let's kick off with why we are specifically in San Diego. You're just kicking off your annual bus tour. You go and visit branches and meet lots of your employees. What's the biggest thing you've learned from that process over the years?
Yeah, so we do a bus trip. There's like a lot of trips. You meet people, clients, customers, employees, call centers. This one we do by bus, kind of off the beaten path. Not San Francisco and LA, but Malibu, San Diego, et cetera. And you can see these are both clients and employees. We do a town hall later. We learn a tremendous amount. What we can do better as a company, what folks would like to hear from us more about, and so and we have a lot of fun. We get to know the management teams better. On the bus in between, we take between some of these branches and stuff, we take tellers and branch managers and ask them, we give them beer and immunity and say, tell us what we need to know so we can run a better company for our clients.
And you've got a very warm welcome here, which I'm not sure how many chairmen so far up the chain would get. Is that something that warms you, that you take a lot of positivity from?
Yeah, I mean, I love our people, and this is our 10th. This is the 10th anniversary of WaMu, which is why we're doing this particular state, and then we're heading up to Seattle. And basically, a company is its people. They deliver to your employees. They want to do a good job. They want happy customers. And we talk about client obsession. We mean it, but that has to start with me too. I have to talk to clients. I have to have my lunches and dinners and town halls, and we have to listen to our people, because our people are the ones dealing with the customers every day.
You mentioned the WaMu acquisition. 10 years since that, you wouldn't have the footprint you have here in California if not for it. But you've also been a bit critical of some of those acquisitions you did during the crisis. 10 years ago, if you had the time again, would you do this acquisition again?
Absolutely. WaMu put us into California, where we really weren't, Florida, where we had a very small presence, Washington State, and we've gone from like 1,400 branches to 1,800. We've gone from, they didn't have small business lending here at all, or very small. We now have $7 billion loans, up from something less than $1 billion. So it's been a great thing for those states. In every community where WaMu was, we now have commercial banking, investment banking, private banking, corporate social responsibility and philanthropy. So it's been great. The negative I always talked about was we were punished a little bit after the fact by the government on some of the bad things that WaMu did. But you know what? That's in the past. We're moving forward.
You're one of the few big banks still actually expanding your branch footprint. And that's more in new geographies than just arbitrarily having more branches. What's allowing you to do that? Is it the regulatory environment that now allows you to push into that, or is it because you see weakness in some of your rivals in those geographies?
It's the regulatory environment. They had made it clear they didn't want us to expand. I don't know why. I mean, I think it's a wonderful thing to do. So we've announced 400 branches pretty much between Washington, Philly, Boston, a few others. And we go to those towns, we do small business lending, LMI lending, lower middle income housing lending. We do we do a lot of corporate responsibility, so it's really good for the towns. I remember we already do business in a lot of those towns in credit card, private banking, middle market, large corporate investment banking. It doesn't add any incremental risk at all for us to open branches. So we eventually want to grow across the country and fill out some of the cities we're not in.